football's a game of momentum. We had it all. It was 14-0, and they did a great job of halting that. 5 minutes at the end of that first half. I mean, we have a chance to down the ball. And we don't convert. We kick the ball. We have a chance to down the ball on the 1 yard line, and the ball goes between our guys' legs. We give up. We bust the coverage. They score on a 65-yard touchdown, and then they made good plays on the ball, but we turned the ball over twice at the end of the half. And that's that momentum. And we've been the ones that have done that this year. I mean, we've taken momentum at the end of every half. We've scored, and this week, okay, it was done against us. That was a huge thing. That all that being said, I'm super proud of our guys. We got to 38-14, and I've been in enough playoff games to know that things snowball on you quick, and you look at the finality of, especially for a fifth-year senior or a senior, what's about to come. And they could easily have gave up, but they didn't. They battled. They scored a touchdown. We made a stop. We got the ball again. Okay, even though we probably weren't going to win the game, but they kept fighting, and that's going to help them with things later in life. It's hard to look at that lesson right now, but honestly, that's the difference between Division III football and what's going on with the NLI and all that kind of crap going on. Our guys are learning life lessons, and it hurts, but this is gonna help these seniors later in life.
I mean, they got used to they made some adjustments to what we wanted to do. I mean, they're a great football team, so we knew they were going to do that. And just, kind of things spiraled out of control for us a little bit. But, we just made too many mistakes offensively. We gave up 10 points as an offense in the first half when you look at fumble and then the terrible interception that I threw. So, I mean, we can't do those things. We have a great defense. If we could just move the ball. But as far as, what they did, I mean, they made plays. Their guys – we knew they weren't going to stay down and let us walk down the field on them. They're a great football team, obviously. So, I mean, they made some adjustments, did some right things. They started forcing us to do some things a little bit differently, and we just didn't adjust quick enough. And, we just got to find a way to – I mean, I guess this is the end of the road, but, when those things happen during the regular season, you want to find a way to fix that for the next time. But that's pretty much all.
Yeah, I mean, it was brutal. Just a lot of double teams, just so much pressure up the middle, and it was just I don't know. It was just just a whole lot of not moving. Just coming off the ball, meeting two people, and hopefully forcing the ball to go outside. But yeah, not the most fun, but you got to do it.
Is this a situation that you've been facing a lot this year in terms of maybe the offensive front honing in on you or constant double teaming, that sort of thing?
In certain games, for sure. Yeah, I'll see that. In some games, I'm not noticing that, and I'm having a lot of times where I'm one-on-one with a player, but then also a certain amount of games, it's so hard for me to get off blocks because there's two or sometimes even three people on me a lot of the times,
Coach, talk about what it meant to bring a whole new unit here in this sort of environment.
I told the guys after the game, we're not going to talk about, how this experience might help us with the future or next year or anything like that. We'll have a meeting whenever, maybe next week, the week after. This is about celebrating, okay, what these guys have done, okay, to get us back, okay, to this point. I mean, we've had good seasons before. We just haven't gotten to this point. This is about them and celebrating what they've done, okay. We'll talk about the lessons that this is going to teach us as a program later and use them, obviously. But this is about celebrating what they've done and then, again, looking how this might help them in some situation. They don't want to hear it right now, but something, like I told them, some things aren't going to be all sunshine and rainbows for them later in life. This is about hopefully they could take a life lesson out of this, but also too, hopefully they could also learn how if they put their heads together and their minds together and they're determined to do something, they could do it. And they did. They accomplished the goal of getting back to the playoffs, winning a conference championship. They have a lot to be proud of. Okay, and this is about celebrating them instead of looking how this might help us in the future.
I mean, like you said, there's a ton of talent on our offensive side of the ball. You know, we have two of the two best receivers in Division III football that are both first-team players and should be first-team players. But you know, 14 and 15 outside, and then you know you guys got guys like Anthony Rosati in the slot who just does all the dirty work. Doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he's there for you to support you and do everything. And you know, then we got two tight ends that, once again, don't have all the stats, don't have this and that, but you know they just dominate and play great football. And then up front, protecting and doing all the hard things. It's not easy to be an offensive lineman in our offense because we're moving all over the place, running back and forth. I'm throwing the ball while they think it's a run, and like so you know they have to deal with a lot, and they've done a great job. And then we have a stable of backs, running backs that so makes my life a lot easier having a lot of great talent around me. And then the other thing is just playing football with your best friends. You know, going out there, we hang out every day. We're always all together. We work on things, talk about things in the room, stuff like that. So I mean, it just makes it a lot easier when you're playing with your best friends, going out there and doing everything. And you know, I wouldn't be anything that I am without any of them. So they all know that. They think that when things go right, quarterback gets all the praise. When things go wrong, quarterbacks get it comes with the position. So, but they know that I wouldn't be anything without them. So they're well aware that I'm appreciative of everything they do.
Coach, you mentioned seniors on a couple of occasions, just kind of your thoughts about not just the legacy they leave behind, but what was it about this class that was able to overcome so much in your conference this year and get you that tier postseason?
They've just battled through adversity. I mean, we've been in playoff mode for 6 weeks. I mean, we gave up that lead against Carnegie Mellon, and losing overtime. You have to win out, and you can't mess up. And they've been in playoff mode. Listen. You could say I didn't do anything different. Okay, they're the ones that brought the team together, and they're the ones that kept everyone together and kept the younger guys together and put us on this nice little run. Okay, I give them all the credit in the world. Okay, they have obviously they have great parents who raised them the right way, and put them in this position. And like I've said numerous times, this will only help them going forward. But super proud of what they've done, how they battled through adversity. I mean, like I said, this is about celebrating. And then, those two, the drives at the end of the game and the stop shows what type of young men that these guys are, because they're 38-14, 7 minutes to go. The finality is staring you right in the face. I mean, it really is. You could tell an 18 to 22-year-old there's a chance we did get the 2-point play. Okay, we have a bunch of them, but you could tell them that. But they're not dumb. Okay, they're kids and they're growing up and they know. And this finality staring them in the face, and that they kept playing. Okay, I give them a lot of credit for that.
Coach, players, thank you. Congrats on a great season.
Thank you. Good luck to Randolph-Macon the rest of the way.